wonyo were biama biama irielo fo were biama biama ibalara banko biama biama ijikwa babongo biama biama ishagi wonyo were biama biama ehono tamere biama biama etalu bangome biama biama ijikwa babongo biama biama.
How do you expect your votes to count? And now they are getting the message. So, not only for the people of the Southeast, but across Nigeria. It's a battle cry to say, look, we've had enough of this mismanagement of our hope and aspirations and the future. In the case of Biafra, injustice has been done already to them. So we have documented injustice done against the people of Biafra, or the people of the southeastern part of Nigeria. And that is why I said it, that I am not trying to be politically correct. When next year we come to power, we have to apologize to the Igbos first. But we have a duty to vote out people who fought in the war. I was 1 year old when the war ended. I don't have any strength of mentality of war in my system. I don't feel offended by somebody. I've never shot at an Igbo man before. An Igbo man has never shot at me before. And I don't want to use the argument of, oh, Rudolph Okonkwo is my friend. Because Rudolph Okonkwo is not even popular among Igbos anyway. Is it somewhere around here? Yes. Dr. Damages. Where is he? He's at the back. Dr. Damages. He's not even popular in the East. I couldn't use his name when I was there. So, and you are not asking any question here tonight, not from your boss. Otherwise, you'll be fired. Anyways, so the Biafra agitation started because people are sick and tired of the way they are being treated in Nigeria. And the Biafra agitation would have been managed if we had addressed the grievances of Igbos, not by sending them crocodiles and pythons. They needed developments. They needed schools. They needed hospitals. They needed the completion of the second Niger bridge. They needed to hear that there's a cargo train that's going to Lagos and coming back, all night long. The same way there's one cargo train that goes at the back of my house to Canada. And anytime you are caught in traffic in front of it, it's 5 minutes wait. Because there are over 200 coaches attached to it. That is what the Southeast needs. It needs a place to be moving its goods and services. It's the first thing they teach you in commerce, in secondary school. Yes, that guy did commerce. So, that is what we need. The moment these issues are addressed holistically, honestly, and transparently, the Biafra agitation will reduce to a level where they can now reconnect with the Nigerian or their other brothers. I say it, and I'll say it one time, and I'll keep saying it. If we create a Biafran state today, the guys who were trained thieves in Nigeria will ruin the Biafran nation in 2 weeks. Yes. I'm not afraid to say it. Because they are coming home. Even in the Biafran state, you are going to need a honest leader. And I'm sure we have plenty of it, but the objective conditions in Nigeria will not allow them to see the position of authority. So the dialogue we need is a dialogue that we can have after we take away power from the warmongers. People are just, at the slightest provocation, they want to fight instead of engaging. Like I said before, I saw in Onitsha. We could have sent Army Corps of Engineers to go and fix the pothole in Onitsha. And the agitation will be reduced because then you don't have that 1 hour traffic. So that is the simple thing. But it is not only in Biafra that there's agitation. Everybody is agitating to leave Nigeria the way Nigeria is now. Do you want to know how many people want to secede from Nigeria? Take the Titanic and bet it in Lagos. After we are heading to America. Everybody will leave. Right now, the people who are leaders of Nigeria don't have their children inside of Nigeria. Yes. They bring them to America and the UK to be born and have an American passport. Before even Buhari's daughter, when she was going to have a baby, they flew her out. Buhari doesn't go to a Nigerian hospital. So the truth is that most Nigerian leaders are not Nigerians by conduct. They don't believe in the country. Nigeria is just the place that they visit to make money. And after that, they withdraw to Dubai, which is their original country, Then they withdraw to London, which is their original home. They withdraw to America, which is their original home. Even Ghana, you cannot believe how many Nigerian leaders are living in Ghana. Yes. They are the ones that are the engine room of the Ghanaian economy. This is the truth. So, I don't know where Adenuga is from. So that's just how I look at that question. The other question from Mona. What was the question from Mona?
Likewise, the first question.
It's like the first question. It's been answered. Yes. We are going to stay with the ballot box until the winner is announced. Yes. And one thing I can assure you is that the person standing in front of you is an expert in election monitoring, election reporting, timely, accurate, and instantaneous election reporting is my expertise. So it cannot be that when it's my time, the election results will be manipulated and I'll be watching. It will not happen. So we did it. The reason why Buhari was able to win 2015 was because we reported the first 10 states election results before nightfall. If night had entered the 10 states, Buhari would have won the election. No, it's true. They would have manipulated the figures. So, one last thing you should know is that when they want to carry out election rigging, even assassinations, carry ballot boxes and papers, they use young people. So we have asked our young people to withdraw their services this time around. Why wouldn't the Igbo man feel like they belong to Nigeria? Because prosperity they will have. And that's what we all need, to feel belonging to part and parcel of Nigeria. But if that justice is not there, it is not the Igbo man alone that wants to secede. Even the Hausa man wants to secede. No, it's true. The man in Borno wants to secede from Nigeria because Nigeria cannot protect it against Boko Haram. The man in Benue wants to secede because Nigeria cannot protect the man in Benue in Agatru against Heismen. The man in Bayelsa wants to secede from Nigeria because Nigeria cannot protect him against kidnappers. The man in Lagos wants to secede from Nigeria because of taxes that is too much. These are issues that are affecting everybody. The teacher, civil servant wants to secede from Nigeria because their salaries are not being paid. All of these things, the thread that goes through it is social, economic, and political injustice. The moment we put the structure and system in place to allow our people to have justice, there will be this quiet happiness and harmony that you have never seen before. I would hate to ask people in this room if they are from one region in Nigeria. No! Because the princess just came up here, right? And I'm sure she's not the same thing as the man who is wearing the red hat there. It's not the same thing as my brother Pete Sophia, who's from the Niger Delta region. I even see some people at the back there who are from Borno. We just saw a Garba. We just saw a Buharist here. You know, all of them are here present and they are going to vote for us. Take it back! My brother, I love the fact that you said Buhari people are going to vote for us. This is what this is about. So, please, don't let us even waste our time talking about the way they have divided us. Let us concentrate on how we can reunite ourselves. It's as simple as that. Princess, you are asking, what can you do about Nigeria where there is power but no law? Yes, my very simple answer is this. There's a professor in Kenya. His name is Patrice Lumumba. Probably I've watched his video before. He says African men with ideas have no power, and African powerful men without ideas are in power. The moment we put people with ideas in power, the issue of law and power will be resolved and restored. It's a matter of rule of law and not the rule of thumb. And I hope that satisfies your question. Managing security. If I have security plans, most likely I will not disclose it here. Security issues remain very confidential to us. But let's be very clear to you that our best security are the Nigerian people who are yearning for a change. Yes. I don't know if you have been watching us, and I'll just use it as a wrap-up for how people are receiving us. I was going to a TV station in Lagos one morning, and this was done live on what we call Take It Back TV. We met a bunch of policemen, as usual. They call them SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad. So we went down, and their assumption is that if you are well dressed and you are in a car at the back, you are a Yahoo boy, that you are a fraudster. So I went down, and they asked me, "Where do you work?" I answered them that I don't have a job. The guy was very furious. Saying, "You don't have a job?" Automatically in his head, he doesn't that you don't have a job, or you are driving this car, you have a driver.
That's a good one.
So very quickly, he asked one of the officers to jump into the front seat because we were recording. So we got to where the negotiation was supposed to happen. I came down. He said, "You mean you don't have a job?" I said, "I don't have a job." So he said, "We have to search your car." I said, "Yes, please go ahead."
Go ahead and search me.
Something was telling the oldest police officer about them that there's something funny about this guy. The confidence is displayed with this lack of job is too much. So they opened the trunk of our car and they saw our posters. The most senior officer said, "Close it, close it, close it." So that one that was, I said, "You have to tell me where you work." I said, "I don't have a job. I'm going to look for a job." He said, "What kind of job are you going to look for?" I said, "I'm looking for a job to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria." At this point, he couldn't control his anger and emotion. He walked in, "You cannot become president." No, the older one said, "No, sir. Give me the poster. In Jesus' name, we'll get there." You can watch this live. So the moment, and this is why I think that there's something about this period. The moment people are touched by the message of Take It Back, the moment they see us, it could be a pilot, they will come and take a selfie before they take off. And you can see that we televise so many of these live.
Take It Back TV.
Yes, we have what we call Take It Back TV. It could be a petrol station manager. He will say, "Give them free gas." This is the kind of security that we have been getting everywhere we have been. There is something about this movement. There is something that is moving within the Nigerian body politic that is beyond the principalities that you are talking about. I should not also reveal, but I will say it here, that even some security people on their own are reaching out to us and saying, "If you need help, let us know." But we are saying that we are the ones bringing help to all of you. Stay where you are. Help is on its way. So, thank you. And we promise that we will not put the young people of Nigeria to shame. We will not put the weak to shame. We will not put the poor to shame. This is their time. And it's show time. Show time. Yeah.
Take It Back time.
So it's Take It Back time. So that's pretty much what I can answer, I think we have a few more questions.
Yeah, we have online questions.
Okay, online questions.
So we have a few questions from those that are watching online.
Yes. Again, the town hall is being streamed live on Facebook and on social media. We have questions from the first one from Aja Shola Agboma Biwon, and the question goes thus: Mr. President, I just want to ask about people having PVC. In Nigeria today, we all know that one person can have 5 PVC to vote for the same person. Since we all know that one PVC is for one person, so how do you want to prevent that not to happen? The second question is from Ifeanyi Akojuru. As an incoming president of Nigeria, how are you going to handle the issue of Biafran agitation? The third question from Mona Jacob. How will you ensure each vote counts during elections?
3 questions. PVC, very easy. People are getting PVCs, and we keep encouraging people to get PVC. And that brings me back to the question of the people from Nigerian Republic that they asked the other time. You see, the truth is that there are a set number of voters per state. You cannot bring people from Nigerian Republic to vote more than you can get from any state. There's a database of states. And the way we are looking at it is that we have looked at these 36 states, and we already know where Buhari will lose. Yes, I'm very, very certain about it. Yes, the 12 million votes that he used to get, we have already done our calculations, deductions, and subtraction, and found out that there are not up to 2 million votes left. By the time you remove that of Plateau, Benue, Plateau is just Benue, you remove that of Lagos, you remove that of Taraba, you remove that of part of Borno, there's no 12 million votes anywhere anymore. That is
12,000 votes.
Yes, maybe yes, if you're lucky they get 12,000 votes. But here is the catch: you cannot take it for granted that they will do something also different. They've introduced a brand of dangerous politics. We're about to have solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. So, this is amazing, and this is the reason why I have a feeling that this election is already in the bag. Yes! Because we are seeing signs and wonders all around us. This is not what you do only in America. This is the kind of reception we get everywhere we go inside Nigeria too. And I tell you, when we started this, some people didn't even think that we could go near the airport in Lagos or Abuja. Talk less of entering places like Kano, Kaduna, Owerri, in Onitsha. And now we have been invited back all over the world. In fact, we had to take a decision a few days ago to not take any more booking for town hall meetings across the world. Because when we looked at it, if we are not careful, we'll be doing town hall meetings until the end. And we have to be careful that it may not be a strategy to tie us down. I want to answer the question about political party. And the very direct and competent question from a young person who said, you know, if you go through party primaries and you lose, would you accept defeat? The question and answer is simple. The reason why we are talking with a lot of parties is because parties have found the movement to be attractive. This is not me now. They found me to be somebody that they can work with, but they love the idea of a movement. And we are talking to more than one party, so all the parties that are going to be part of the coalition are not going to be merging. It's not a merger. The parties are just saying, for us, these 10 parties or 5 or 2, our candidate is this person. So they would have done their own primaries and chosen just one candidate, and they'll come under one umbrella. We still have to fly the flag of one single party. And we have to be careful not to give ammunition to their plans. One thing we are ruling out is that we are not going to be the candidate of APC or PDP. We are starting on a fresh, brand new templates. So we are not going to be part of those parties. And we are taking the movements to collaborate with the parties. The movement is very careful not to allow any party to dilute its DNA. Yes, we are not just going to hop into bed with just anyhow party, because there are 68 political parties in Nigeria. Some of the parties are actually parties that are formed by APC and PDP that they use for special purposes. So not every party you see out there is actually working in the interest of the people. So all these parties that approached us, we are looking at their manifestos, we are looking at their agenda, we are looking at their leaders, and we are doing background checks. It is not that we don't have a problem with going to primaries. Primaries is our least worry. We are working to win the national presidential election. Party primaries should not be a problem for us. We have the democratic credentials to face primaries, to contest fairly, openly, and transparently. But we are not going to do that without understanding the principles behind the parties that we are going to fly a flag of. Otherwise, you will just enter into what they call one chance. And when you get into that one chance, you start doing one corner dance. And they say, haven't we told you that you are not as popular as you claim? We know all these tactics already. But if fairly and justly we are not selected, it is not going to be a problem, because a movement is already in place. This movement is not about me. This movement is going to elect people from local government to the presidency. So there's a lot of work to be done. The presidency is just one of the positions we are contesting for. Several other positions are up for grabs, and we are going to contest everywhere. So the movement is contesting for a lot of positions. And the reason why we are having the alliances that we are talking about is because in some places the PRP are strong. We will collaborate with them. The PRP, by the way, is the oldest political party in Nigeria, run by Alhaji Barabi Musa. And he has offered his platform to us for free when we went to visit him in Kaduna. So we visited a lot of parties. We have NCP, which is Ganifa Eme's party. We are not saying that we're a candidate of any of these parties here, but we're just saying that we have enough parties to work with to produce the kind of quality candidates we want for different positions beside the presidency. Don't also forget that the movement is also going to help to unelect a lot of irresponsible representatives of our people. So just as we are electing responsible people, some people that have been in position of authority before now who are not delivering, we have to lose elections with the help of the movement. So there's a lot of work to do. It's not as difficult as we make it look. We don't anticipate that we will be dealing with primaries that are complex. It's not the issue. Our eyes are on the ball, which is the presidency, the governorship of a lot of states, National Assembly, Senate, and House of Rep. And when I mention Senate, some people might say that I'm walking back from my promise I still want to abolish the Senate. That's my wish. It's my wish. The Nigerian Senate is a waste of space. But I cannot do it. Our president or the Nigerian presidency is a very, very powerful position. Such that if you put a responsible person as president, a lot can get done with pushing around, helping to take care of other arms of government. And that is very important not to lose sight of that. The president of Nigeria is so powerful that even the president of the US must be jealous of how much power we have. Like this Donald Trump issue now, that the FBI is talking about him today. If it's Nigeria, they would have scattered the FBI. No, it's true. They would have sent the head of the FBI to go to the police college to go and train transfer all the policemen involved to go on some assignment. But you can't do that, and that is where we must move our country to institutionally. So we can have a country that we will all be proud of. I would love to take permission from the House. Not because I'm tired, I can be here till tomorrow morning. The energy is there. I am actually drawing energy from you. So when you get home tonight and you are tired, it's because I'm here. We don't have money. So you have to go fund me as a bucateri as well. That's on the lighter side. But we can also continue the conversation informally if we head out of here to the place. Please, before we go, I urge you and I plead with every one of you to not let this stop here. Chichi, continue the Take Back Nigeria in our name. Yes, everybody that is here, please form your own organization, push your WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, Instagram groups, Twitter, Facebook. One thing that we have done very well so far is that we have been able to dominate social media with the message that we have created and sent. That since you announced that people should be donating to us on GoFundMe, and this is very easy to confirm these days, we have gotten almost, yes, today alone, since the announcement, we got $885. The announcement that was made there, this is what we got from. Yes. So you can make it up to the 2 million tonight so that you can just hold the account that we can go back to work. But keep supporting this movement with whatever you have. It's going to be a new day on February 15, 2019. And it will be a new country on May 29, 2019. That is the day the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will be sworn in. And the person who will be sworn in is the man standing in front of you. I've been told to thank those of you that came from different parts of the US to attend this event. Lots of people came from outside, and we have some particular people that follow us everywhere we go. Really nice. Yes. Wow. So the like I said, we are the ones that are delaying it with the dates. If the election were to be held today, the result will be, will be very clear. So,
good job, sir.
I think you can.
Oh yeah.
Understand.
Good job. Good job.
We are about to have solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity
Ibalara banko, biama, biama, Ichikwa babongo, biama, biama, Ishagi wonyo were, biama, biama, Ehono tamere, biama, biama, Etalu bangwame, biama,